Hi my friends! Today I'm in a very special area. In fact, I am in Belfort, which is part of Harrach. And Belfort is in fact the Mecca of mobile phones. And I'm going to drive from here to Madania, formerly known as Algiers. In fact, almost everyone, every stranger who comes here comes to buy a mobile phone or mobile phone accessories. So this is the area where there are lots of mobile phone stores and mobile accessories stores. Okay, but the stores, excuse me, the stores are over there. In fact, they are behind that house. There are countless stores and even mini shopping malls where mobile phones are sold. Everything related to mobile phones is sold. Okay, so now I've got to leave this neighborhood as soon as I can. This part of the neighborhood as soon as I can. This is the colonial part of the neighborhood. In fact, the whole neighborhood is dates back to colonial times. You can see these houses. They are old houses, and Belfort is French for the beautiful fort. It literally means beautiful fort or fortress. You can see this water storage facility here, and usually these facilities are placed or erected in high areas, in elevated areas. Now I will visit the mobile phone area in another video, because now I'm sure that the area is congested, is blocked with traffic. And now I'm headed to the central part of Harrach. And from there I will try to drive on the ALN Avenue or expressway. ALN refers to the National Liberation Army. It's the army of Algerian fighters who fought for the independence of Algeria. I would rarely drive here in Harrach, very rarely. And this is the municipal library of Harrach. The Barquet Brothers municipal library, but it's closed. I hope that it's open on other days, because libraries are completely neglected here in Algeria. You don't see a library or a municipal library in every corner. And now that apartment complex on the left is part of Harrach, and it's not very far from the central part of Harrach. I have filmed it in previous videos. Okay, Algiers on the right. Be careful in places like these. You need to pay attention to oncoming traffic, and these areas are also densely populated. Therefore, you've got to pay attention to people crossing the road. And now we are on the Bibans Street, named after the Bibans Mountains, a part of eastern Kabylie. The Harrach court is on the left. The central part of Harrach is on the left too. Okay. gas station here. We're in June 2021. It's in the early, well, I'm driving in the early afternoon. Let's check the time. It's 10 past 1 in the afternoon. It's a quiet afternoon. As summer is approaching. It's a misty afternoon as well. This is a slaughterhouse, I guess. The Harrach slaughterhouse. There is a parking lot on the left and an area, a green area where people can sit. It's over there. I guess. Well, there are a few benches over there, as you can see. It has been newly built. This is a new garden here, and it's so nice for local residents to come and sit in the afternoon, just like today. Anyways, so streetcar crossing. We've got to be very careful here, okay, because there are no traffic lights. We've crossed. I've driven across the road too. And now we are entering the ALN Avenue, the National Liberation Army Avenue. The car you see right in front of us is an intercity taxi. Usually they would mention the city they transport people to, they carry people to it. Now we are crossing the Harrach bridge. Harrach is wide here. It's one of the points where the Harrach River is at its widest, and it's in fact 100 meters away from its estuary, where it pours into the Mediterranean Sea. Now we are driving across an area known as La Glacière. La Glacière is part of I think Hussein Day. We are approaching the Hussein Day area, and La Glacière is on the left. The area or the neighborhood known as La Glacière is on the left, and its main street is known as Gaspard Prony. Gaspard Prony. There is a horse track on the right over there, where you can see that palm tree. You can see it. Yes, now it's beginning to appear from behind the roof of this car, of this intercity taxi. Intercity taxis are known as taxi interwilaya, and they are comfortable to travel in. Believe me, they are more comfortable than buses. However, they are more expensive than buses. They are very practical. I once traveled to the city of Bouari in 2004. I traveled by bus, and I didn't like it at all. It took us more than 12 hours in order to go from Algiers to Bouari. However, I mean, it was ever since that I decided to travel by taxi, and then the next time I traveled was to Buira, I think, and it took us no time. I mean, I was in Buira in no time, and it was much more pleasant to travel that way. Oh, the horse track is on the right. It used to be an amusement park, the Karoubier amusement park, and by the way, we are in Karoubier or Kharoba, and Kharoba or Karoubier is, I mean, literally means carob tree. Carob tree. It's a type of tree that produces a fruit. That fruit is sometimes used to make chocolate, and now we are driving on the motorway in order to go to Madania. The railroad is the Algiers Boumerdes Railroad is on the left. Let's lock the focus of the camera so that we don't you don't get those blurred images. And now this is the Algiers main bus station. Gare routière du Carombier, it's on the right. This is our bus airport with buses, you know, going to every town and city here in Algeria, even the farthest towns and cities. So if you want to travel by bus to any province here in Algeria, you should take a bus from here. And then the taxi station, the intercity taxi station, is on the right here. It's next to the bus station. Be careful here because there are people crossing the road. Algiers. It only took us 11 minutes in order to get here. Oh, and the Sablet walkway, the ever-present Sablet walkway. Oh, sorry, the taxi station is in fact on the left, on my left. I can see it here from above this bridge. So the Sablet walkway is on the right. Anyways, you can't miss. Once you are here, you can't miss the taxi station, the intercity taxi station. And I'll film a video about it someday. But if you want to drive by road here in Algeria, I'd recommend that you travel by taxi. Believe me, it's a little bit more expensive than when you travel by bus, but it's worth it. It's more comfortable. It's quicker. You need to get to your destination fresh. You know. Oh, the Martyrs Memorial. It's misty. You know, it's covered in mist. I can see it from here. It's covered in mist. Only its lower part is visible, and I just love that. See, I mean, even just look at all the tops that I usually film for you, like that hill over there on the right, where the Palace of Culture is located, together with the Algerian Ministry of Culture. So it's misty. It's covered in mist, and we rarely have such days here in Algeria. In Algiers, in fact, Algiers is not like London. It's definitely not like London. It's not a foggy city. Okay, it's exceptional that we have fog or mist, except in the highest parts of the city, in Bouzeria. Bouzeria, in fact, is so high that it has its own microclimate. It's cold. It's colder than the rest of Algiers. It's rainier than the rest of Algiers, and it's hotter than the rest of Algiers in a hot summer. So Cuba is on the left. Everything you see on our left is Cuba, and we're running on the Lisa-Nasser expressway. The car on my left is a driving school car, so that guy driving that car is a driving student learning how to drive. You've got to be careful when you see a car like that. Just pay attention to the car. Oh, have you seen that dangerous move? That guy just, turned left all of a sudden without turning his turn signal on. Oh dear God! And I was just, less than 10 meters away from him. He made a dangerous move, in fact. The Ministry of Culture is on the right, together with the Palace of Culture. The Algerian Ministry of Foreign Affairs is on the right. Now, okay, let's take this turn here. We're entering this underpass. Lisa-Nasser is on the left. And now look at this spectacle, the Martyrs Memorial. Just half of it is visible, while the other part, the top part of it, is covered in mist. It's covered. I mean, it's a cloud today. It's a, you know, it's cloudy and it's misty here on the tops of the hills. Now, the top of the memorial is starting to appear as we are approaching it. All right, let's go the usual way. Be careful, there are kids crossing the road. The memorial, such a majestic structure. I'm stopping filming here for a while. All right, we're under the esplanade of the Martyrs Memorial. Okay, right of way. All right, and now let's take the right lane. Diyar al-Mahson, this is the name of this apartment complex. Be careful here. There are people crossing the road. You're welcome, sir. You can even see old ladies crossing the road. You know, you've got to be very, very, very careful. Okay, Diyar al-Mahson apartment complex. I have visited it many times. I'm not sure whether it's part of the Madania municipality, or which is on the left, or the Belfort municipality, which is on the right. This is Villa Susini. It was used by the French colonial army as a torture center. It's such an infamous place. Now we are entering the central part of the central old part of El Madania. That's the Algerian Ministry of Health. It's, there is a garden here known as Jinan al-Akhdar, or the Green Garden. You can see the sign over there. And now I think that it's closed to the public because, or I think that it's partly closed to the public. Part of it has become a club with a swimming pool and everything, where you've got to pay in order to access it. And the other, I guess that the other part is still open for the public, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I've never visited it anyways. And now this is the central part of El Madania, with that memorial over there, with pictures of some of the most prominent martyrs of the Algerian War of Liberation. Their names, the names of some of the people who were killed by the colonial army during the Algerian War of Liberation are there on that marble plaque. They are engraved there forever for Algerians to remember. And now, well, we have arrived in El Madania. It only took us 20 minutes in order to, some 20 minutes, yes, in order to drive from Belfort in Harrach to El Madania. I hope you enjoyed this ride. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications button in order to receive notifications about my future videos. Drive safely. Take care of your, yes, take care of yourselves, and goodbye.